All right, hello everyone. This is week 3 on Both Brain Beginner Series, and today we'll be focusing on the roots. And it's a subsystem in the Both Brain practice where the includes the feet and legs and hips. And in this video, we specifically will be focusing on feet. Okay, this is my student Jim, and he will be demoing. Okay, so the feet have a specific form and alignment in the Both Brain methodology that is maintained throughout the practice. So let's look at the foot, the structure of the foot first. So the top of the foot, if you look at it, if your feet, that's one of the foot, you have toes, toenails, toes, and the body of the foot, the inner and the outer ankle, the front of the ankle, and the heel. And now, Jim, lift your foot. You can clasp your hands like so. And the bottom of the foot includes toe pads, mounds, the arch, and the heel. And right here is actually also arch. It's called, so it's, yep, I know, soften your toes. And we call it, so big toe down and fiesta more. There you go. So we call this is the paw of the foot, where the toe include toes and the mounds of the foot, and there's heel. So this is the paw, forefoot, and the heel. Lower your foot down to the floor. Thank you. Okay, so the ABC of feet follows. So A of the foot is to soften your toes. So go ahead, Jim, and lift your toes. This is every time we're stressed, then the nervous system activates and it shortens the front line of the tissue, of the connective tissue. And it activates and emphasizes every time we step, every time we lift our toes and take a step, we are reinforcing that. Okay, so we're constantly, our body's in this stress mode on. So we keep our toes down and soft, and as you keep, that's A in feet, and then the B is the big toe mound and the small toe mound. They draw towards one another in the taco action. Okay, so the bottom of your, the mount of your big toe and the small toe draw towards one another without squishing your toes. Good. And the C of feet is the ankle. So the ankles have to be hollowed. We flexing your ankle. And we're gonna talk more about the fiesta foot, where we hollowing the outer ankle. So go ahead, Jim, and lift your right foot. Just lift your foot and just sickle your foot. Relax your foot, yeah. So this is how we sprain our ankles. And so they hollow the outer ankle in fiesta action, like so. Soften your toes. Yeah. So kicking the pinky toe out creates the stability in the foot, in the leg, and all the way to the hip. And release your foot down to the floor. Okay, so A, toes soft. B, the tacoing foot on both feet, and it's lifting the center of the paw up and away from the floor. In standing, moving, whatever you do, even running. And eventually you will learn that throughout the practice that you can actually do that. And the C is the hollowing the front ankle and the outer ankle to create the stability, to bring the stability to your ankles. Now, why do we do this? Why do we keep our toes down? Well, to calm the nervous system. Why do we taco our paw or the forefeet? It's just to bring more spring-loadedness to our feet, so we are lighter in our stance, in our gait, in our running, whatever we do. So the feet become really activated from the bottom and the soft on the top. So we don't need artificial arches. And as I mentioned, the stability in ankles brings the stability all the way to the leg and hip and all up above. Okay, so let's practice. So right now I'm gonna ask Jim, start with shaking the leg. So you can, yeah, just shake the whole entire leg, just like we did with the arms before in the previous video. And then focus on the lower part of the leg and shake it out. Now foot, a little faster, and then toes. Toes may not move, but it's a little bit faster. And then switch sides, left leg. Just shake the entire leg. So why we shake? To keep the, to start moving the energy. And then lower part of the leg, foot and toes. Beautiful. Thank you so much. All right. Now, what do you feel after shaking your legs? What do you feel? Do you feel more?
More energy.
Yes. So it's more energy. All right. So Jim, turn towards the window. Arms horizon, seats, legs bending in your knees. And this is Jim is gonna perform the dig and drag action. Dig and drag off the feet. And what does it mean? So let's focus on the left foot right now. And the dig and drag, without lifting your foot, Jim, you're just gonna perform this. Stretch your toes forward and press the ball of your big toe down towards the floor. That's dig. Then drag your heel asymmetrically, meaning it's just an action without moving. Heel back and up, that's drag. So dig, drag. Yes, dig and drag increase the stability engagement of the leg. Okay, it really helps the back of the knee, which is very healthy. Good. And now try to do the other leg, dig and drag, without lifting your foot. So it's just the action of creating the engagement of the leg. Now let's do the left foot again. This time I want you to start lifting your foot and you place it, so dig, drag, lift through the paw, flex your ankle, and then lower the paw first and heel to other side. By digging, dragging, Jim lifts his foot and he starts from the top of the paw and then release the paw first, or forefoot first, and then heel. First side again, dig, drag, left leg up. Without lifting toes. This is very important to learn without lifting your toes, and release, paw, heel, and second. Dig, drag without lifting your toes, so keeping the nervous system calm. And this is, trust me, and Jim is shaking. Release, right? Yeah. Okay. All right, so now, Jim, you're going to lift, dig and drag your left leg up. Open your throat and do the pedal bicycle in air. Go slow. And this is the true action of the dig and drag, where the whole posterior chain of the leg and the hip is engaged. So it's a dig, drag, like you're moving through a thick honey uphill, and switch sides. Beautiful. Second side, left leg. Dig, drag. Very good. And release. I would like you to step off your mat towards the camera. And now, Jim, you will be sliding your paws. So sliding very small. Don't look down. Look forward. Eyes horizon, arms forward. Press through the seats. And when you slide, keeping toes as soft as possible. Go slower and smaller, even smaller. Push your hips back. Yes. A little bit more. So you're sliding. The paw, the toes staying soft and slide back. It's easier on to go to the back because we're not dealing with the default. And slide forward. And slide back. So it takes time. And release. So it takes time, so it's neurologically very difficult to break the habit by lifting toes constantly, but over time, or with practice, it will happen. Now I want you to, Jim, to step. Keep eyes horizon, And then small dig drag, step forward to sit back to step forward. Toes are calm, the ankle, yeah, the paw hits the first and then step back. And again, it's easier to the back. Yes. And one more time forward. Keep going. Very good, and then back. Yes. Very good. And earth pose. Okay, so I highly recommend to start at home. I walk like this in public, I don't care, but my feet are really getting the spongier. And by the way, for everyone, men and women, the feet, once they start being activated from the bottom and soft on the top, what happens is that you are getting this spring-loadedness in your feet, sponginess in your feet. So it affects the pelvic floor. Healthy pelvic floor starts from your feet. If your feet are flat, you overuse your toes, right? If your feet are flat, the pelvic floor is too tight, right? Or collapses. So that from your feet, the health of your pelvic floor depends on your feet. So it's a lot at stake. Okay. So I would like you to face camera this time. Okay. Come closer. Right there. Okay. Now, Jim, lift your right foot up and immediately fiesta foot flexion. Yeah, this is a little bit too much. Just a little bit less. Yeah, there you go. And now right ankle on top of your left knee. Push your seats forward. Hands on your shin bone. And the fiesta foot, you saw what Jim did. He pressed the pinky toe out. That creates the stability to the ankle. And here it's very important. Pinky toe, so the toes facing down, flexion in your ankle. Even here, the ABC of the foot staying, right? And release. Second side. Dig drag. Flexion, fiesta, taco, and then ankle to knee. Yeah. What happens, can you show this way, the toes, and then toes like this? This is not what we are looking for. This is crazy, that just repeats the cycle. So we're gonna point the toes down, fiesta. You're doing great. And earth pose, beautiful. Okay, so now from earth, facing the window, come to the front of your mat. Earth pose, where the inner paw and the outer paw on the floor, toes are soft, not lifting. And the knees slightly bent, and the groins deepen. Okay, so now from earth, push your seats forward. Sit step wide without lifting your toes. And sit step wide, beautiful. Swivel your heels in without lifting your toes. So heels will hover and then go down. So heels hover just a little bit. Squat, lean forward, place your fingertips, fingernails, place your hands, and step back to all fours, hands and knees. All right, and now walk your knees forward a little bit, Jim. And as you can see, walk your hands forward more, move you forward a little bit more. With your knees forward too. Yes, because I want them to see your feet. So go ahead, Jim, and make 0 in your ankles. 0 meaning that the top of the ankles pressing towards the floor. Okay. Okay, so this stretches the tops of the feet. And what I'm looking for is the center of the heel is aligned with the center of the paw, or where the arch, right, the dome of the foot, and the back of the knees is one straight line. Now go ahead and flex your ankles, hollow an ankle in a hollow action. And it's the action that the top of the paw on each foot presses down asymmetrically and pulls towards the knees. So that way it's active. It's active, so they are active ankles. And then the pinky toes out slightly to activate the outer ankles. Good. And now go ahead and can you do the opposite what most people do? So they lift too high. See how on the toes, the top of the paw, the top of the forefoot are on both feet, they're not on the floor. So what happens, there's no activation. This is actually highly weak, okay? So go ahead and adjust yourself. Good, very good. Ribs full, hips, head, belly long. And now deep drag right leg back behind your square leg. Squeeze your knee in towards the midline. Good. And the foot is performing here a taco. So the big toe mount and the small toe mount towards one another. Toes are soft. Flexing your ankle and fiesta. ABC of the foot. And release your paw, top of your paw, then knee, second side. Left leg back behind your square leg. Good. Same thing. Knee in. Yeah. Knee pushes down asymmetrically to move the hip back. And as the knee pulls forward slightly, deepens the groin, which is will be covered in the next video. Same things like if I would place a tray with food on the bottom of Jim's left foot, he will be able to hold it because this is nice. So go ahead and point your toes like this. The tray will fall. So we want to keep the flexion and release. Okay, crouching cat, tuck your toes. Yes, and see the paw of each foot, the base of the paw should be on the floor. There you go. So not so much of the lifting the heels, lift too much, actually unplugs the feet. Now push your knees out a little bit more, Jim, and pulse 3 times. Stretch your belly longer, 3. Push out through the knees. And 1. Right ankle on top of your left knee. Flex your ankle and fiesta a lot. There you go. And slowly, slowly lower your shin and your... Yes. And untuck your back. And do the I speak with the right hand. I speak with the left. Sphinx arms. Okay. So here you can see the formula repeats. The ABC repeats. So it doesn't matter what position or what transition or what kata you do in the bowspring, it stays. So A, toe soft. B, taco of the foot, the big toe mount and the small toe mount on each foot, draw towards one another. And now C is that ankles are flexed, the front ankle and the outer ankles, both of them, yes. And the hips move back. And Jim can pause slightly forward and back. Good, very good. And now lift, come high on your hands, onto your hands, and crouching cat, please. Step wide a little bit, and walk your hands back towards your feet. Slide your hands up your legs, recovery pose, and come up to stand, earth pose, step to the center of your mat. Okay. There you go. And this is the video on feet, okay? So ABC of feet, and the next video will be the legs and hips. Thank you.